The last piece of the paper that you're going to be putting in is going to be your reference page. Your reference page is the full reference for each of the sources that you use, including the sources that you used for your graphics. So again, to start this, we're going to insert another page break. So we go back up here to Insert, to Break, and then Page Break. This will be the reference page. So you'll start with typing in references, center it again like before, and then hit Enter. Now you're going to go over to your left alignment. To set up the page properly, you're going to go up to the little indent piece, and you're going to drag it over about halfway between there and 1. You'll see the 0.50. And then you're going to take the top piece and put it back at 0. This will allow the page to set up properly so that the references are against the margin for the first line and indented for the rest of the lines. It's called a hanging indentation. To save time, I'm going to copy and paste my references in. As you can see, each reference starts on the margin and then is indented for the rest of that line. Now, the references need to be in alphabetical order according to the very first word, and they need to also be identified with the year. And if you have two sources that have the exact same name and year, you need to put a small a and a small b in there. The A and the B is going to be used in the reference in the body of the paper to identify which of the two sources it is. Also, you need the complete URL from the page you're on, not just the home page. Each piece of the reference is very specific. This is the author, the group or organization that runs the website, or it's going to be the title if neither of those are identifiable. This is going to be the publication date. Sometimes it's just going to be a year, sometimes it's going to be a complete date. The third piece is the title of the piece. If it is from a website, that is going to be in italics with just the first word and proper pronouns capitalized only. And then we have what's called the retrieval statement. Retrieved from, type just as you see it there, and then the complete URL. The second one shows you when you have a person who's an author, you use the last name with a comma and just the first initial. This also shows you what a complete date looks like. You start with the year, followed by the month typed out completely, and then the day. Now, to determine if you have two sources exactly the same, which one goes first, it's going to be by the title of the article. So labor and community is before violence. It's alphabetical by that. If you have multiple authors, then you put them in the order that they appear. Remember, the ampersand or the and sign goes between the next to last and the last authors. Also, as I told you before, graphics have to be included. The difference for a graphic is this. When I do a graphic, it's going to have all the same type of information with one exception. In the brackets that you see here, it's going to say what the graphic is. Chart, graph, map, photograph, whatever type of graphic it is, you're going to put that in there and then the period. All of the punctuation and pieces you see are integral to the APA format. Remember to use those APA flip books that I gave you, because that's going to help you set these up. So as you start to type these up, you may have to adjust which one goes first and so forth. So be prepared to move those around. This is the very last page of your paper. So if you have 3 pages of body paper, with your title page, your graphics page, and your reference page, you should have 6 pages total minimum.